We got some breaking news right now on the fight against pancreatic cancer. Researchers are now saying we may be able to detect this deadly cancer much earlier than before. Well, with me now is Bloomberg pharmaceutical reporter Shannon Pettypiece. Shannon, this is obviously great news. Tell me about the breakthrough.
Well, historically, doctors have believed that pancreatic cancer is a fast-moving disease, very deadly. Usually once detected, the patient's dead in just a few years.
And most recently we saw it, you told me this earlier, that was Patrick Swayze.
Right, exactly. Well, now this new study shows that the very first signs of this disease could be found decades before a tumor even forms, and then you have 7 years once the tumor starts to form before it gets to a significant size. So this is a sign that there is the possibility for early detection here, which is something doctors haven't thought there has been in the past.
So great news, can detect this early detection possible now with pancreatic cancers. What companies are involved in producing the test?
Right. Well, now that we know there could be a test, we need to get a test. And companies like GE, Abbott Laboratories, Quest Diagnostics all have divisions that are developing tools to detect different types of cancer early on. So now that there's this knowledge that there could be an early detection, now these companies and others can jump into the race to try and find a test to detect this.
And what else do we hear? What more information could there be following now, knowing that we can test and detect earlier? Does that, of course, the next question that everyone asks is, what does this mean for finding a cure? What does this mean for treatment?
Well, right, exactly. This can also aid drug makers like Pfizer, like Genzyme, which have been trying to develop treatments for pancreatic cancer. But the problem that they've run into is that by the time they find it, it's usually in the very late stages or it's spread throughout the body, making it very difficult to treat.
And how quickly could we see tests hit the market?
It could be a while. The researchers I talked to from the study say they're not even aware of anyone who's developing a test yet. So it could be a long time before we get there. But, you know, that sometimes science can move more quickly if emphasis can be put on something.
Major breakthrough nonetheless. Tell me a little bit, you just mentioned a few of the companies. Are they trading up today?
Yeah, well, we haven't seen too much activity on this. And like I said, pancreatic cancer has been a very difficult disease to treat historically. There's really nothing out there. A lot of companies have tried and failed in developing treatments in the past. And so it's been pretty hopeless for patients. Now, if they can get to patients sooner, then we could see some benefit there.
All right, Shannon Pettypiece, Bloomberg pharmaceutical reporter. Thanks so much for joining us today with the news.